Hello.
Oh, Jack. Okay, good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Okay, good. Did you answer the other questions?
Yes.
Okay, good. Did you send it? And remember, I told you to write new 30 words. Did you write new words?
I think the was
Okay. All right, let's read the passage first, okay? Can you see my screen?
yes.
Okay, good. You can also open the file that I sent you for the price is wrong. Let me send it again. Your answer to number 5 is C?
No, C. Only C, not B.
Huh?
Only C. No, it's fine.
C? Number 5 C?
Yes.
Number 6 E. 7 D. Number 8, you answered. Finish 8. 9 E. 10 11 A. Still wrong.
Number 8, still
Still
wrong.
5, 6, 7, 9, 11. Still wrong. Okay. Let's read the passage first, okay? All right, let's read the passage. All right. The price is wrong. Okay, read.
In a world where 2 billion people live in homes that don't have light bulbs, technology holds the key
Light
to
bulbs.
banishing
Light bulbs.
light bulbs.
You can read
Mm,
slowly but clearly. Okay, slowly but clearly.
Technology holds the key to banishing poverty. According to a major United Nations report, even the simplest technologies can transform lives and save many
Lives. Lives.
lives and save many vaccines, crops, computers, and sources of solar energy can all reduce poverty in developing countries. For example, cheap oral rehydration therapy developed in Bangladesh has dramatically cut the death toll from childhood
Area.
area
Diarrhea.
diarrhea.
Okay, now what is paragraph A all about? Okay, look at this. Banishing poverty. Meaning you banish, gone. Okay? You remove, you erase. Erase poverty. Okay? You erase being poor. Erase. Okay? Remove poverty. So, paragraph A is about removing or banishing poverty using, okay,
Using
cheap
oral
technologies.
rehydration
Cheap technologies, vaccines, crops, computers, and sources of solar energy. So cheap, okay? You banish, you remove, you erase poverty using cheap technology or resources like vaccines, crops, computers, sources of solar energy. Okay, we're talking about developing countries. So the poor countries, third world countries are the poor countries. Okay, so that is paragraph A. Okay, next paragraph B.
Copy. Okay. Um, but even when such technologies exist, to depressing phases that we can't make them cheap enough for those who most need them. Solar panels, batteries, and light bulbs are
Bulbs,
still bulbs are still beyond the
the purse.
purse of money. But where they have been installed, the chance lives
Lives.
lives. A decent light in the evening gives the children more time for homework and extend the productive day for adults.
Okay. Okay, so what is paragraph B about?
Um,
Okay, what do you think is paragraph B about? Try to explain. So paragraph B talks about the health of the solar panels and light bulbs. Okay, light bulbs in, of course, developing countries, especially in the evening because children, okay, they have more time for homework. And of course, in the evening, if we have solar panels, batteries, and light bulbs, adults can work in the evening. So adults, they become productive. Okay, this is the importance. Letter B is talking about the importance of the light bulbs and solar panels and batteries being useful at night. Okay, so that is paragraph B. Right. Paragraph C.
Kenya has a thriving solar industry, and 6 years ago, pio- pioneers also started connecting schools to the internet
Mhm.
via radio links. These people were fortunate in being able to afford solar panels, radios, and all computers. Much bigger would be would the impact be if these were made and priced specifically for poor
Uh-huh.
people?
Okay. So what is paragraph C about? This is very easy. What do you think is
Um,
paragraph C about?
um, perhaps he talk about connecting school on the internet.
Okay, so we're talking about Kenya
Internet.
here. Okay? A thriving solar industry, and 6 years ago pioneers also started, okay, connecting schools to the internet via radio links. So people, okay, in poor countries like Kenya are now using solar panels, okay, radios, and old computers. How much bigger would it be if these things were made and priced specifically for poor people. So they were given. But okay, imagine for poor countries, it's very difficult to buy computers, radios, and solar panels because they are very expensive. Okay, so this one talks about the price of
of
the
the
yes
computer.
technology, the price of technology being very expensive for poor countries and poor people. Okay, that's letter C or paragraph C. Okay, continue paragraph D.
Multinationals must become part of the solution because although they own around 60% of the world's technology, they seldom make products for poor customers. Of 1,223 new drugs marketed worldwide from 1975 to 1996. For example, just 13 were for tropical disease.
Okay, so what is okay? Continue. Then we will discuss.
According
According.
to, according to the main author of this report, Sakiko Fukuda is the big corporations that should read and this report.
Mm,
Uh, we are asking them to be more socially responsible.
okay.
Uh, they could do more to provide virtual products such as
Vital products.
vital products such as medicines at different price around the world to see what people can afford. Alternatively, alternatively, they could pay a percentage of their profit towards research and development for the poor.
Okay. So what is paragraph D about?
Uh, be about
Very easy, very simple.
uh, about
Okay. Paragraph D is about big companies. Okay, big corporations. Okay, big corporations making making technology or making new drugs. Okay, selling technology or selling medicines and vital products at a very high price. Okay, very high price. So look at this, just 13 for tropical diseases. So you have 1,223 medicines, new drugs, but only 13 for tropical diseases. Oh, that means only 13 medicines which okay, the poor people can afford. The rest are very expensive. So big corporations are making products that are very expensive. They are just thinking of their benefit. Okay, they don't think of the poor people or poor countries. Okay, they only think of their gain or benefit, what they can get from the products if people will buy from it. Okay, so that
okay.
is paragraph D. Now let's go to paragraph E.
Governments from these rich countries should attribute more to they and other sources such as the World Bank and international institutes could provide
Institutes.
in
Institutes.
institutes could provide as much as $10 billion
$10
US
billion.
$10 billion Developing countries should also make better use of intellectual property
Loss,
loss,
property loss,
property loss, mm, loss that
entitle,
entitle them to vital medicine,
medicine.
medicines, just uh, just as South Africa did with AIDS drugs.
Okay. So what is paragraph E about?
Um, wait. Um, the governments from rich country
Okay.
uh, do more, should do more.
Okay. So paragraph E is talking about help, okay, from governments or from rich countries. Okay.
Help.
So rich countries should help the poor countries. Okay. Or you can also have the World Bank and other international institutes to give, okay, they can provide $10 billion to developing countries or poor countries. Okay, so that's paragraph E, help from government and rich countries. Okay, paragraph F,
Um,
con-
controversially,
controversially.
controversially, the report by general genetically modify GM crops despite the widespread opposition to them among Western environmentalists and non-governmental organizations to direct GM crops enter
Entire,
entirely entirely is to give up a huge opportunity, says Fukura Par. If they are so good for multinationals, why shouldn't they be used by poor farmers? She says.
mm,
Computer will also revolutionize the lives of
lives,
the
lives,
lives of the lives of poor country, poor
people.
people, uh, allowing them to benefit from a global wealth of free information that could help solve local problems, but they would need to be cheap and whereas could say that Brazil and India have already developed cheap proving proving that countries can do for themselves.
Okay,
But the objectives will be difficult to achieve. Time has stood still in many areas such as sub-Saharan Africa, when there has been to increase in sector using decades.
okay. So what does paragraph F all about?
Um, about
What does it mean? What is paragraph F all about?
wait, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Um, have about the reports by genetically modified.
Okay, so this is about, okay, using other resources like GM or genetically modified crops. What are crops? What do you mean by crops here? We're talking about crop plants. Okay, crop plants. like potato, okay, carrots. So we're talking about crop plants here, genetically modified. So they said that it's good, okay? If they're so good, so the poor farmers should use genetically modified crops. Okay, so it can help the poor countries or developing countries if poor farmers would use the genetically modified crops. Okay, so it's about using other methods like Brazil and India, where they were able to develop cheap computers. Okay, so you need to use other methods. Poor countries must use other methods. Okay, but look at this. In sub-Saharan Africa, there has been no increase in tractor use in decade. Tractor they use for farms. Okay, they don't use farms in the tractors in their farms in sub-Saharan Africa. So this is something that poor countries must take a look at and understand. Use other methods to help them. Okay, develop cheap computers, use genetically modified crops, or use tractors in the farms. Okay,
Okay.
so those are the look at this new varieties of sorghum, cassava, and maize. So these are types of GM crops. Okay, these are types of GM crops, genetically modified crops, sorghum, cassava, and maize. Okay, new varieties. Then you have vaccines for malaria, HIV, and TB, tuberculosis. Cheap computers and wireless connections made by India and Brazil. Cheap solar and fuel cells for local electricity supplies that is in here. Solar system. Okay. It's here. Solar panels here. See? So it's in D and C using solar panels. Light bulbs. Okay. Cheap computers. All right. So let's look at your answers here. Number 5. How many useful technologies are too expensive for poor people?
Useful for this basic for people.
Hmm? What paragraph is this?
For me, grab B,
It's letter
B, B,
B. Okay, number 5
B.
is letter B. Yes, B. Look at this. Okay? This is something that you need to understand. Solar panels, batteries, and light bulbs are still beyond the purse of many. What do you mean by purse? Okay, a purse is a wallet where you put your money. Okay, this is a purse is where you put your money. So this is still beyond the purse of many, meaning many cannot afford. Many cannot afford the batteries, the solar panels, and the bulbs. Okay, so many people cannot afford. So how many useful technologies are too expensive for poor people? They cannot afford. That is letter B. Number
B.
5 is paragraph B. Number 6. Well, let me check your wrong answers. 6. Okay, 6 is wrong. Read number 6.
There has been little or no development in this location in this year.
Ah, okay, no development in this location in recent years. Very easy because you already have their recent years and no development. You have location. See, specific, very specific in this location. Recent years, no development, very specific. So you can easily answer. You can easily answer number 6 because that is very specific. You have no development. You have location. Okay, in this location, you have recent years. Very specific. What paragraph?
Mm, specific. There's no.
The answer is
Um,
paragraph.
B. No, no, no. Wait.
Your answer in number 6 is E. Well, it's not letter E, but because it's not there. Recent years, very specific. No development in this location, so it's very specific.
Letter E.
No, not letter E. It's wrong.
No, I don't.
Where?
I don't say that. I don't say that.
Hmm?
Letter. Wait. D.
Letter D?
Yes.
No. No development. Where? Where is that? No development.
Uh,
Location is very specific. You should have the place because it's very specific in this
ah,
location.
F. F.
YF. YF.
F. Um. No development.
YF.
Um, um, they would need to be cheap and whereas
Hmm? So where's the location there and where's the specific uh, time? Because remember, recent years, no development in this location. So this is a place, location. No development, no progress. Recent years, very specific. So it's easy to answer because it's very specific. Okay, the answer is letter F. But, okay, if we're talking about where, it's here. Look at this. Time has stood still in many areas such as sub-Saharan Africa. So it's the place, it's the location, sub-Saharan Africa, where there has been no increase. See? No progress, no development, no increase in tractor in a decade. So recent year. Complete. Sub-Saharan Africa, no increase in tractor in a decade. See? Number 6. No increase in tractor, no development. Sub-Saharan Africa in a decade, recent year. So it's letter F. Very specific. Number 6 is very specific. Okay, number 7. Read number 7.
culture now have access to the internet using your link here.
Okay, your answer is D. Why did you answer D? Okay, so what's the answer? What's the answer? Why did you
Uh,
answer D in number 7?
no,
Kenya is
because
here. Kenya is here. Letter C.
oh, I'm wrong.
Yeah, you answered letter D. Kenya is in letter C. So the answer is letter C.
I look
Why
wrong.
did you answer D? Okay, number 7 is letter C. Kenya, it's here. South Africa places. So it's in Kenya. Here, letter C, Kenya. Okay, next, number 8.
It, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Yeah, read number 8.
An inexpensive medical treatment has saved many children live there. Here.
Okay, okay. So you have answered it. Number 9.
Chip computers are product here.
Produced
Produce.
here. You answered letter E. Remember cheap
Ah,
cheap computers?
no,
Brazil
no, no.
and India.
F.
Yeah. So you have here Brazil. Yeah, Brazil and India developed cheap, okay, computers. Okay, number 10.
And this country made of certain laws to auction important drugs.
Okay, it's here. Laws. Okay, intellectual property laws for vital medicines. So drugs. Medicines are drugs. Okay. Okay, number 11. Choose the correct letter. So look at number 11. According to a UN report, genetically modified crops.
Oh, letter E. Letter A.
Letter A, you answered A. A?
No, no, no. I
You answered A. Okay, let's see. Genetically modified crops, A, should not be sold in poor countries. Oh, wrong. Because remember, farmers should use it. Okay, used by poor farmers. Okay, so that is wrong. A is wrong.
no, no,
So,
no.
but you answered letter
B.
A, so that is wrong.
C, C. That's number C.
Okay, the answer is letter C. Should be available in poor countries so that the farmers can use genetically modified crops. Okay, the answer is letter C. It's very easy if you understand the passage, right?
I look not well.
Yes, but if you understand the passage, you can answer everything, right?
Okay.
It's very easy if you understand the passage. Okay, very good. So next time, if you have a reading test, make sure you read and understand the passage. Okay, because we're still practicing. This is just a
Okay.
practice. This is not an actual IELTS test. If you'll be an actual IELTS test, you need to do fast. Okay, really fast because the time is limited. You have 60 minutes for reading test, and you have 3 long passages, so you need to do fast. All right, so we're finished with this. So we can continue with focus on speaking, describing places. Okay, let's see. Okay, I would need you to write. Okay, I would need you to write. So you can also practice writing. Describing
Mhm.
places. Okay, wait.
Can you send
Yes, I will send it in the meeting chat. Okay, hold on.